So for the longest time, I really struggled to dial in the perfect worship tone until I discovered this one secret that completely changed everything. And I promise you, it's not what you think. Everyone knows that worship tones rely heavily on reverbs and delays. But what might surprise you is those reverb and delays are barely in the mix. The real magic is in the decay. When you dial in that trail just right, it creates this beautiful pad underneath your playing. It fills space without drowning out your guitar. It lets every single note breathe. At church, we run everything direct, so I'm either on a Kemper or a Fractal. In this video, I'm using my Fractal FM9 since that's what I use the live the most. So my setup is pretty simple. I basically just recreated my live rig inside the Fractal. So it starts with the volume pedal, and then it goes into an EQ, which I'm basically just using as a high pass filter and to shape the mid, so I cut through the mix without being too loud. From there, it runs into my pedal board, and then back into the Fractal, which I have a digital delay and 2 reverbs in front of the amp, going into a Deluxe Reverb, feeding a Bogner 212 cab with a Royer 121 and SM57 mic, and that's a cab IR within the Fractal, and then going into an API preamp. I basically just use the Fractal for amp modeling, and all my drives and time-based effects are from my pedal board. Alright, so let's talk about what we're really here for, the reverbs. So I use 2. I use a spring reverb for normal playing and a plate reverb for pads and swells. My main reverb, the spring, is the classic sound you've heard on countless records. Because I'm running into the front of the amp, I keep it really low in the mix, around 5 to 8%. With the Fractal, I've noticed I have to keep things lower than what I would with real gear. For upbeat songs or anything guitar driven, that's all I'm using. Guitar, amp, and a touch of spring reverb. Sometimes I'll tap in a digital delay for certain moments. Sounds amazing, right? Okay, now let's get into the sound that truly defines modern worship guitar. And honestly, almost made me quit playing until I figured this out. It's the plate reverb, the true MVP of modern worship tone. When you hear those lush, earthral tones, you might think it's just massive reverb and delay, but it's not. The goal isn't to sound like you're 5 states away. It's to blend in with the band while creating that atmospheric underneath. The secret is in the reverb trail. So mine's set around a 50% decay time, so notes ring out and they sustain just long enough to create that pad, but they never cloud up when I'm playing next. The key is to play fewer notes and keep the mix below 10%. Absolutely beautiful, right? Alright, so for the last piece of the puzzle, the glue that ties it all together. Analog delay. So for this, I'm using my Deluxe Memory Man reissue. The Fractal does a great job of replicating this, but there's just something special about a real analog delay. I keep the mix around 20% and I add just a touch of chorus. It just thickens the tone. It's subtle, but man, it's powerful. It takes the tone from good to goosebumps. put it all together. The reverb, the delay, the dynamic control, and create something beautiful. Hey guys, I'm Brandon Brashaw. Thanks so much for spending a few minutes of your day with me. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button for more and drop a comment below with what you would like to see next or what you think I could improve. We'll catch you on the next one. Until then, stay blessed.